Good morning, everybody. I'm still sick. Got to make this video though because I got to document what's going on. So, propane. If you watch the other videos, we're supposed to have it pretty much all done now. But the company we chose or picked or dealing with or whatever, they're just giving us kind of the runaround. They were supposed to come back and install the rest of the piping underneath the house. They're also supposed to fill our propane tank. We're currently at 5% propane. It's really cold out here right now. It's currently 40 degrees outside. It's even colder in the truck right now until the heater gets going. So the problem is, they were supposed to come drop off our tank and have it filled completely. It's a 300-gallon tank. They were supposed to install the piping from the tank to the structure and pipe the structure underneath the house for propane and the appliances. Okay, we were supposed to have them plumb the heater, which they did, and they're also supposed to L off from that. And they're going to plumb our stove for cooking in the kitchen, the future kitchen. All of that was supposed to happen like 3 weeks ago, or something like that. And now we're dangerously low on propane. They charge $70 if you run empty to retest the system. And so this is the issue. I currently have been told that they will not come out and deliver any more propane until they're paid in full. Sorry, I'm like really cold right now. I woke up to this, so it's kind of set my morning. I have a huge problem with that because when they brought someone last time, I called before they were here and gave them dimensions and details on the install, right? And the owner of Granite Propane said that he would make sure everything was there, right? Turns out it wasn't. The install guys don't have what they need. They send 2 people. One of them is so agitated that he like runs around with the chicken with his head cut off, doing nothing the whole time. He's like pissing off his other partner, and he's pissing me off. He keeps on coming up and saying like, "You're doing this all wrong. You're doing it backwards. What's wrong with you? This is so frustrating." Like literally like the most unprofessional person I've seen since I got here. And I had to tell him to like go away at one point. I was like, turned to him, looking, and I was like, "You need to calm down. Just let us deal with this." Because he's like losing his mind over just very minor changes. Oh yeah, that's also the guy that drilled a hole through our wall. Right? So, I get charged $150 an hour per person. And that second guy wanders around doing nothing except pissing us off the whole time and slowing us down. You'll have to forgive my frustration, but I have no patience for this kind of thing. So now I'm sitting here. You know, they said they'd be back next week and they'd write everything down and say what's up and blah 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 to the next install tech guy, and they'd be out here on December 29th to fill us. Well, it's like January something, a week later. We asked when the fill truck was going to be here. They said last week. They skipped us. And I called this morning to ask why. They said, "Oh, yeah, we don't think we're going to be able to do anything else for you until you pay us in full." Like, what? I'm almost out of propane. It's freezing out here. All my construction is still on hold because you haven't done what you've said. So I asked to talk to someone who can help me out or whatever. And that Logan guy gets back on the phone. The guy who totally lost his mind was like agitated beyond heck. And I just asked him, yeah, because I recognize his name and his voice. Yeah, so you the owner of Granite Propane? No, I'm not, but can I help you? No? Is the owner available? No, he's not. He's on the other phone. Oh, okay. And he just keeps on pressing like, what can I do? Well, for sure that guy can't help me at all. And so I just say, please have the owner call Morton's Farm when he's available. And so I'm sitting here waiting. In the truck, try to warm up, because it's faster. And because I'm really, really, really annoyed. And I don't like bitching people out in front of Bianca in the early morning. You know my video on a good customer? If you haven't watched it, you might want to. But one thing I didn't mention is sometimes being a good customer, you gotta get on their ass. This is a ridiculous situation. We should not have to be in it. I got charged over $400 for someone walking around twiddling their thumbs, being stressed out walking on my property. This is part of the adult world right here. It's not very fun to be in. You know, you sit here like, what are my options? Well, there's another propane company, I guess. One of two. So if I piss off one, I'm stuck with the other one. And then if something goes wrong there, I'm totally screwed. As far as propane goes, right? Problems like this should not happen. Well, I'm going to sit here and wait for this call. We'll see what happens.